Hello everyone, and welcome to the class where you draw Fritzy. Hello! And this week Fritz is going to talk about his foot. Look at that guy. Isn't he nimble? So this is the foot. This is quite tricky. Here we are. That's similar to the thing that I sent you in the mail. So you can see it there. We'll do it. I'll look at it from the bottom. You can see that the foot is made up of a lot of bones. You know, it's inside a shoe for most of us, but you can see that it's got a lot of intricate bits and pieces going on here. Even these toes have got tiny little bones at the end here, so that you can wiggle those little toes. And then there's smaller bones here, and then these medium-sized bones here, and then these biggest bones here. And then, like the wrist, there's a lot of kind of little bits and pieces here that allow for flexibility in the foot. And then you've got this big ankle bone here. Look at how solid that is. It's a wonderful creation. And let me set Fritz back up. This week you're just going to draw the bones of the foot from what I sent you. So start at the top. Just draw those things. Now, some of you I recommend, you know, some drawings are coming without any shadowing. So as these diagrams I sent you have shadowing, try and replicate that so that you're learning a little bit about where this artist used the shadows to create a three-dimensional effect with the bones. So I'm going to go in and do each bone at a time, like a jigsaw. So the next one I'm doing is that larger bone. Then there's between the bones there's the gristle that helps to make the bones flexible. So that's the gristle there. There we go. So that's one bone done, and I'm going to start on the other bone here now. That's the big toe, and I'm just going to do this little boy here. The gristle in between the bones is important, so you get that feeling that it's an actual bone. Then down here, I hope you can all see this. Now this is tricky, you know, this is like, you know, like the rib cage and like the pelvis. This one requires more concentration. Last week's was really easy. The femur. Now make sure you get the shape of these bones right. They're not straight. You know, they go in. They're kind of like hourglass shape, thin hourglasses. Because all of this is about training your eye to see intricate shapes and to be able to replicate them. So once again in there like that. The hourglass shape, the gristle. Gristle it up. I like that word, gristle. Gristle. It's probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean. And that last bone, that pinky bone, it sticks out from the edge here a little bit. You see, it's a long bone. You don't think of these small toes having such long bones, but they are. And then there's the makeup inside here of these thicker kind of like big jigsaw bones, and they join together there. They're just like, they're not long, they're not toe bones, they're definite foot bones, and you just join them together. You can see it on the diagram here. Then I'm going to do this big ankle bone based on that drawing that comes from Albinus, the guy who did the first intricate anatomy drawings, as far as I'm concerned, that were good. By the way, that's debatable. Many people will have contradictory opinions to mine, but I like this guy best because I think he's He's really interesting to look at. So that's that bone of the bit there, and then there's that thick bit at the back, this totally huge, hard, big ankle bone there. So you break your ankle, I mean that's a major bone. That would be quite a thing. Now I'm going to put a little bit of that shadowing here as well, so you can see that the bone is against a ground. So there's the shadowing going in here. You see, I'm just going to use the fingers to create the shadowing. It's a great thing, the fingers. I mean, you can really use them to work into drawings. And if any of you are really wanting to get into drawing, I found an excellent box of pencils which have got from really hard to really soft, and it's only $4.78 or something like that on Amazon. So if you're interested, text or email me and I'll send you the link. I was amazed how cheap they are, and they go up to 12B, which are hard to find. That's a really soft pencil, soft like what I'm using here, which is good for shading. So I'm doing this pretty loose. I mean, you can go in more detailed. Obviously, I'm not going to get every nook and cranny. You're welcome to do that. As long as you do something. As I said, it's fairly intricate, the old foot. Get that round shape because it's got to come out there. Shadows, you want them to, they have to be in reference to what you've got. You can't do a square shadow beside a round object. Obviously a shadow is created from the object that the light is hitting, so you want to be aware of that. With drawing, you have to have the mind that you're learning all the time. I can't program you like a computer to become an artist. You have to be using your brain and eye all the time, exploring, working out things, trying out things, making mistakes, making errors, and then coming back in it again. And I'll tell you if it's gone right or wrong, but it's your work to really keep pushing through and looking and understanding. It's a visual understanding. Now, it's not great, but that's, in 5 minutes, that's pretty much probably your threshold for watching someone doing this. So there it is. That's a quick foot. It could be better if I spend more time on it, but I'm trying just to get the impression of the thing. And that's all you have to do this week. And once you complete it, text or email your photograph to me before the deadline of the Sunday at midnight, and I will be delighted to see what you can manage to do. That's my attempt at the foot, and you can see it's a pretty difficult. It's not that simple to get all those bits and pieces together, but I'm sure some of you may even do. Well, actually, I'm starting to see things that are wrong there. The more you look at it, the more you'll see that's wrong. You can get in there and fix up areas. Now there's what I'm looking for. There we are. Okay, see if you can beat me. I mean, there I am in 5 minutes. Give yourself an hour, and I'm sure you can do 1,000,000 times better than this attempt at the foot, but you can get the drift of it. Lots of different little bones getting longer as it comes down to here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The joints in between the bones. Then these larger collection of bones fitting together like a jigsaw in here. And then these big heel bones at the bottom down there. And the shadow to set it out, bounce it out. Okay, that's it. Enough. 10 minutes of watching this. Send the stuff in. Contact me anytime you like. Always delighted to hear from all of you. Many people chat to me quite a lot. And you know I'm chatty, so feel free to chat. Take care. From the Man in the Hat.